really good is on the foot, so if this is tickly, I apologize. So there's fine, I've already said her, now she's already tensing. So the fine is going to be barely visible, very, very small, no gliding. So if you have, for example, in the foot, plantar fasciitis, that's a good one to do. So you're going to do really small movements, and this one's hard to film. Those of you, I'm really, really sorry. Coarse is going to be a strong vibration with a slight movement. So if I'm kind of moving just a little bit more, it's a little bit heftier. In the ball of the foot, this one's really nice. So what I'm doing is yep. So it's kind of, just to trek into Chinese a little bit, it's kind of like one thumb meditation. It's very, very similar. Running vibration is going to be, this one's good on the back. If, for example, I wanted to work the erectors, I can do, with my fingers, a running vibration. So small, coarse movements going along the erectors. And then static vibration. Nope. It's in there, but it's very similar to the running vibration. I don't know why I left it in there. Okay, so to pulpment or percussion, you're applying springing or tapping strokes, which reverberate through the muscles and the bony structures. So you can.
Oh, I think I can do that.
Yeah. Loose fists. So you have loose.
Oh, that looks fun. How's it, Tanya?
Oh, it's fantastic.
So if you have a client who doesn't want to be falling asleep, you can wake them up a little bit, wake up their muscles, and beat on their backs. This feels a lot better than it looks, to be honest. All right. You are using your full arm and shoulders, minimizing use of small joints. So you're not doing this. You're making one movement. I'm not, loose wristing it. I'm keeping everything nice and small. So think of a drummer, almost. So I'm not lifting this way. I'm using this. So it's a very exhausting movement, so you don't want to spend a full hour doing pulpment, but it can be very helpful in waking up those muscles. All right, and then compression is just what it sounds. So if you have somebody who is a little too shy and doesn't want to take off all of their clothing, or if you just have a few minutes to work on somebody, say in this case where she needed work on her hamstrings, and say for example she's super tickly, so if I'm coming in here and I'm doing muscle stripping and she's all wiggly and tickly, then you can come in and do compression. So I'm stacking all of my joints and I'm just leaning in and compressing the muscle to the bone. You can incorporate a little bit of rocking in there, but typically it's just compression down. And how is that pressure? Okay?
Good.
So if you have somebody who just is not comfortable being undressed on the table, or if they're ticklish, this also works really good for trigger points. If you have a trigger point in there, so if she had a little pea-sized nodule in her hamstring that I just could not quite get out, compression is quite nice for that. You can do full palm. You can even do kind of a hand over hand, so it's more spot specific if you do have a trigger point. All right, what other one did we miss? Friction. So side of the hand or the palm of the hand, but you're doing a little bit larger motion than the vibration. You're going across the muscle to friction it. You can do rhomboids, so they go this way, so you can friction this way, so you're going against the grain to kind of wake them up, loosen them up a little bit. The sacral joint, so you can wake that up and get all the fibers woken up. And I think those were all the ones that we missed. Anybody correct me if I'm incorrect?
For the Swedish, is the friction always on the side? Because they're maybe scrubbing too?
Very, very similar.
Okay.
So it's the use of small circular or short transverse motion, so you can even do circular. It's targeting a specific tissues. You can use your thumbs, fingertips, forearms and elbows. It's tough to do it with your forearm. You can do it with your elbow, but you really want to make sure you're working within the realm of your client. So that works great for glutes. If you're looking to loosen up the glutes, you can get in there with an elbow a little bit. So do not overdo friction. Sometimes less is more. because all you're gonna really do is kind of, it almost gets like a rug burn feeling to it, especially with clothes on.